added to my package. No, I've had Hulu Live before that, way before that. I had Disney Plus too, and I finally got to see Lilo and Stitch, the real life version. And you know what? It was actually very good. It was actually very entertaining. It's weird how we could get this when we was younger, but when you become an adult and it was like, let's make it. They're like, hey, let's make it. We got enough Hawaiians, we can make it work. So I'm glad they made it work. I like how they got the actual people that was actually part of the culture. So it was actually nice. I remember when it first came out, people was really pressed about it because it showed like a lot of real life aspects. But I mean, if you watch the show Lilo and Stitch yourself, that was always, especially the movie, it was always that way. That was always implied that they might get separated. And I'm like, it was part of the movie. And I ain't gonna hold you. It almost got me. It almost got me with Stitch. The ending was very switch of the mode because that was a lie. The ending was a lie because it almost got me. It had a corner. You got me in the corner. You got me in the corner at the end, but it didn't go further down than that. I was like, no, I'm like, no. But prevail. I don't know if they're gonna make a second one. Cause I ain't see Gay 2 at all. We ain't see Gay 2, so he might do something with that, but whatever that's the case. Anyway, that was the intro. Welcome to this Toon Tile Thursday. New trial Thursday. Let's go with that. September 25th, 2025, episode 320 of the D-Lo Show. Yeah, 320. Also, so I give Leo 6 8 out of 10. There's a couple that kind of threw me off, but everything else was pretty alright. Everything was pretty accurate for the most part. Everything was pretty accurate. Everything, the characters completely. Zach Galifianakis was Jumbo, which kind of shocked me, but it kind of fits to his Finakis head ass. But anyway, but it fit. Everything was pretty solid. Everything was good. Nani was cool, but everything was good. At least my man's got it in it. So there's that the case. Also watched Kim Possible. It was kind of odd, but not bad. And there was two weird parts that kind of tripped me out. First of all, where did that Athena girl came from? Because I was like, who in the blue blazes is that girl? Because I was like, there was never an Athena mentioned at all. But now there's Athena. And how in the world did she survive that ending? I don't know how. Because androids. But all in all, we saw Rufus, shot of Rufus. Shiga was not bad. And you leave a door open for a sequel that I don't think I don't think will happen. But if it does, I won't be objected to it, especially at the end. So I ain't gonna spoil it for anybody. All right, I might as well. If Dragon gets small and gets big again, then we have an opportunity for a sequel at Milton High and that'll be Cinema. So we'll see how that goes. Well, no, at least with Disney Plus, they got some classics. They got the old shit. They got shit that I used to watch. And a little bit before I got on Disney Plus, I think like they can start at 99 or something like that. They go 98 and then further. And a few other shows too, but at least they got the classics. So we're gonna keep watching those joints too. Well, either way, no, WB did not. No. Juliet, WB did not get me with that stuff. I had this Hulu Live stuff way before they was even the thought of going to ESPN. Way before. And I had it for 2 years plus. So this ain't nothing I just bought just framing. I probably added the Disney to the exchange, probably get a little that too. But no, I've always had Hulu Live. I've always had that. That's how I be getting all those soccer games and all those. Sometimes I be seeing cricket now too. The teachers were talking about cricket too, and how they're having their big tournaments over there. So I get some of their games too. Soccer, football. I get all the football games thanks to the Plus. Shout out to them. Anyway, WWE with the ESPN, and I gotta say, the only positive, the real like good, great positive, is that I was able to switch channels during commercials. I was watching SpongeBob during my wrestling. I didn't think I had that capability. That's one thing I get the advantage on. You know what? That's the only advantage I give you because that was a beautiful feature. That's beautiful. I'm like, okay, because it was like ESPN Unlimited. I'm like, okay, it's its own channel. Good, yay, good. I can watch that, but you know how that is. They take long as fuck now to get their intros. So they was doing the ESPN intro. I'm like, they're giving us a whole history. I'm like, if I want to watch the history of ESPN, I had to watch E60. Please, I'm watching SpongeBob, and I let my boys know whenever they're coming back on. They let me know when it was coming intro, and we start off with Big Match John against Brock Lesnar. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How you like your finisher stays up? You like all your finishers stayed up, or do you like when it grinds it down? Because Brock and Cena had their finishers lined up at the get go, but it was mainly Brock just manhandling Cena most of the part, and we got a surprise, two surprises from each cat. The wise man, Paul Heyman, he decides to make his appearance return with Brock Lesnar, introducing him like the old days. Slim Charles used to say. And John Cena does this John Cena good thing where he brings out a bunch of kids to his entrance, which is nice. Cool. Um I, you left me at the door and I don't want to go back inside the shop. You feel what I'm saying? There was nothing I could really get into. It was a bunch of F5s and Brock pinned Cena. Oy vey. Give me $1.75. I'll go get one pack and we'll be it. That's it. That's all we're getting from me. $1.75. Oh, they don't let you get to say Pat McAfee's back because we're in Indianapolis. Woohoo. You hoo hoo. All right. Next up. But either way, this is on the lowest of their Brock Cena, man. They have way better exchanges. Way better. Not even close. This is not even their top 30. So I'm counting their house shows too. So that's not even top 30. So $1.75. All right. Uso versus Braun and Bronson. Uh this was a this match had a little bit of extra juice in it because of LA Knight. He got added as a special guest referee in this one. So I'm like, all right, got a little extra in that joint. So when the heels about to do their bad thing, LA was doing wrestling. I said, hey, no yeet. But Jimmy decided to use the chair and he was like, yay, yeet. There we go. But there was a bit of confusion because the table was propped up in the corner and LA Knight was checking on Jay to see if it was good. But LA pushed Jay out the way and boom. Both got speared through the table by Bronze. Both Usos. Then Bronson did a big splash to the top and got the win for the team, Bronson and Braun. There was also a mean chair shot. Like he hit hit Braun in the back with the chair shot, but it ricocheted off his back and thwacked him in the face. It was like quick, instant, boom, you ain't see it. And he was a little loopy. He was leaking like a little bit throughout. It didn't get too crazy. It wasn't no crimson mask, but it was noticeable. And you see it, and you see it was starting to spread. I was like, "Ooh, goddamn, Jay, goddamn, Jay." But no, they got the Usos lose. So Braun and Bronson get the biggest tag victory of their existence together, knocking down the Hall of Fame tag team. Pretty impressive. I'll give you $3 so we can go to the store get some snacks. Let's get some snacks. It was cool, Brian. You know, everything was cool. Everything was nothing crazy. They're really leaning into Jay maybe turning, but they're gonna do it very, very slowly. And he's trying to speak like he's the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but he has no tribe. He has no tribe. So, like I said, $3. We'll get something there. Number 3, the only real great thing in this entire program was the women's title, Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer, who's taking home vacant. And these ladies put on a dazzling show. It was very fantastic. Mwah. And we had a conclusion with Stephanie Vaquer spinning, flipping, twisting, moonsault, spin corkscrew, whatever the heck, doohickey. It was beautiful. And Stephanie wins. It was marvelous. Marvelous. Counters for counters. Eels timing, Stephanie's devil's kiss. Everything was delicious. 5 stars. I don't give a shit. That was the only thing that was 5 stars or any type of quality, which was like I can really rave about because they was going out. This is good women's wrestling, as they say. Women's wrestling. Yeah, that type shit. So it was really good. Very enjoyable. And I could watch again. So yay. And congrats to Stephanie for winning the title. Yay. And she had a positive crowd. Double yay. And also, I seen this before. She said it was any woman's athlete she would tag partner with. She said she would team with Serena Williams. And I was like, ball, Stephanie. And I said, all right, I likes that. I was like, all right, she knows ball. Good girl. Tiffany, you too. Look at you with the Simone, but Stephanie, you really know ball. Now you say Serena. I was like, ooh, baby. Ooh. We need to go local. I said, we need to go local. All right, but 5, boom, boom. We had the married couple special. The AJ Punk household taking on the Seth freaking Rollins Becky Lynch household, and it was solid. I'm not gonna say it was above average. It was cool. It was good. It's nice to see AJ light it up, do all this stuff. They did all the meandering that they could to get the pop for AJ. And why can't Seth freaking skip? He has no skipping abilities in his leg muscles. It's because all he had a knee surgeries. That's why he couldn't skip. I'll give him that quarter of an excuse. But either way, he could not skip over AJ. And I was like, really, my guy? You can't really skip. But AJ came in, she was a house fire. Sliding everything with me. It got crazy. They even got on the table, the announce table, both tables. And they think was about to do like, I don't think it was about to do GTS, double GTS. Well, man, no slam one way. But AJ got out of it. But Becky pushed AJ in the Punk, and the table just explodes, and everything. So Becky, the eager beaver, she tries to get AJ back in the ring, and she tried to do her finisher, but no, duck out of it. The octopus stretch, the Black Widow. I can't think of the name. The Black Widow. She put a Black Widow, and Becky was tapping, and they win. Punk and AJ win. So cool. I'll give this $3.50. It was pretty solid. They did good heel work, Becky and Seth. Besides the skipping, faux pas, we'll give you that. Everything was solid. AJ looked good in the comeback. And for the first time, like 10 years, I see a girl tapping her booty. So we got that nice package for us. So everything was good. I hope this ain't just a one-time thing. I'll be honest with you. So I hope we can see more AJ Lieber in our lives. Not just be a one-time yap to do you flapping your lepers at my husband. And I'm going to fend against my husband no matter what Hoochie Mama says. Because she's from Jersey. I didn't even know that. I was like, Jersey? Maybe I remember, but I didn't pay attention. Maybe they said all the time. I wasn't paying attention for something. I don't remember. Either way, the Babyface good couple won. So Neon Lights, Nobel Prize, $3.50. That's what we get on the dime. So let's go to the next one. Main event time. Cody freaking Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Oi, fella. I hate how they've been doing Drew dirty ever since 2023. They've been doing him wrong. They've been doing him raunchy. Everybody want to interfere in his matches, from Solo to the Usos to freaking Gunther's goons, the Ringerer, where to be shaming. What the? Now referees, it's like, bro, what the? You had the bill was ass because Cody was gone away from doing his movie shit, which is cool, do your movie stuff. He kept his freaking head in through the damn front, and we ain't see Cody until the last 2 weeks of SmackDown to kind of half promote this pay-per-view match. And they try to get to Cody that he was still a little loopy throughout, but no. He didn't get kicked in the head for him to go in that direction that way. Ain't like he was hit his head on exposed turnbuckles. So I didn't get why he was disoriented when he just only took a punch. I can see if he took a headbutt, but he ain't even do that. That ain't make no sense to me. So why was he all disoriented? Ain't like he headbutted it, bro. He got a hard skull, so that's expected. Or maybe even a big boot. I would be a little palpable for that, but him just off a punch, no, my G, no, get out of here. So we out of here with that stuff. But the ref kept getting when Drew was about to try to do his thing again with the claymore in the wall in the announce table. The ref got away. He's like, "No, you can't do it, Drew. It's gonna mess your title ties up." I'm like, man, Drew, just put his freaking head to the daggone front desk, stupid. Come on. But he gave enough time to the ref, and the ref is like, all right, go do your thing, Drew. And he kicks, but Cody moves out the way in time. His leg is all down. He's, my leg, my leg, fella, my knee, I'm like, damn it, Drew. Should have cut it way before. But Cody hits his crossroads, and that was it. That was basically it. One more other Cody cut, but who gives a damn? But he won, and that was it. They expected us like some big surprise. They were saying like, we're gonna see some things. We ain't seen. We gonna get big surprises. Big news and a lot of fun stuff. We'll go all out for this WrestlePalooza. I'm like, all right. So what a surprise! The Undertaker, the Mark Calloway version. All right, cool. He introduces Stephanie McMahon as the first entrant into the Hall of Fame of 2026. This is probably the earliest in a long time that they announced somebody. They usually do this shit like December. When it gets colder, I guess I want to say news for that day. I don't mind Steph getting in because she was a big part of the storyline. GM. She had a few matches, the title. Not as accomplished as Paz, but I'm cool with it. No chance in hell. We get no bow down to the queendom now. Can we get a little Kimmy to cry right now? I don't know. Can we get a little Kim and sing her a little intro? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Bow down to the queen or Nick. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different, But I'm cool with it. Stephanie going in. It's funny how I gotta give out my reviews. Oh my god. It's funny how I see the most anticipated match in family history in wrestling. The McMahons going at it in a freaking I Quit match. That was ludicrous. That was ludicrous. But just off of that, no, you can get in the Hall of Fame stuff. So we'll give you that one. Yeah, we'll give you that one stuff. Regardless, congrats. but nothing happened at the end. No surprises, no heel turns, no if you smell, no what, nothing. That's all. And you expect people to pay $30 for this crap? Oh, please. You're gonna have people running away from the television screens at this rate. This 5 match card shit ain't gonna work because the math is not mathing because $30 divided by 5, that's $6 a match. The math is not computing correctly with bank accounts because we're like, you want us to pay more and you giving us less? What you think you Walmart? You think you Dollar Tree? You think you Target or something? What you think you is? You're an entertainment home. You can be ditched. Fuck. Get out of it. We will take that lesser and put that money into something that can be useful for our pockets. Hell no. You tripping out your mind if you think people gonna pay $30 a month with this stuff. For this, if you got the ESPN just for pay-per-views, I would feel ripped off. I would feel ripped off. I'm getting y'all to see. I'm getting y'all to see the same great ESPN getting y'all. I was leaning with C plus, but I'm like, the only positive was Stephanie EO, and then the mixed tag was cool. Everything else was just blah or ah. It may go or damn, that man hurt. That's it. I ain't nothing that made me want to go holy ish. Like no you. And if you're gonna keep it this way, you're gonna get some D's soon. They're being nice to see because of EO Stephanie. That was the only highlight of that show. Only highlight that you could say really genuinely say that was really good. And you can go back and watch, do that. Outside of that, nothing else. But shout out to SpongeBob for carrying me through this pay-per-view too. You really was a trooper. Shout out to Spongy. He's a legend. He's a real triple O Spongy G. You feel what I'm saying, baby? You feel what I'm saying? All right, let's go to the other side of war. All Out, they had the pay-per-view a lot earlier. But you know what they did? They had a pre-show. And they put that sumbitch on HBO Max, TNT, all that, Amazon, whatever. All their pay-per-views. So it was on television, and you got live. So you got live. 14 matches. Let's go through this real quick. Pre-show 1, the Ops, Joe and Haas blow out the Four Horsemen, JD Drake and Anthony Henry. So they beat him down real nice and smooth. The second one, Daniel Garcia and Shibata. Garcia got some new music. I like it. I can give it the music. It's a little choppy, but if I hear it a couple times, I can get into it. It's not bad. It's actually good. And they had a really good scrap. Shibata trying to hang on. This is like their third account. They was really hyping this up. Like, this is DG and Shibata 3. I was like, oh. And even though Daddy Magic is still out there, Daddy's straight up just ignoring the man. He ain't giving him no type of attention. And he's still cheering for him, even though, like, go, bro, call your bro Angelo. Get the boys back together. I know he was Soho, but damn. Call your mans up. He needs some help. You need some help at this moment. Either way, Danny wins. He put in that Sharsha after really cheating for this one and got the win with the big stomp, with the stomp. Like, he stopped his face and boom, with his foot. Constant way cans do, just hold the arms back and then high pow, stomp in the face or back of the head, whatever. And Danny wins, so good. Now this is a new branch I just configured out of the thin air, the frat house, the frat boys. I forget who. Oh, Cole Carter, he's infamous. Preston Vance and some other guy. They take on the team of Hologram and Paragon, Kyle Fletcher and Roderick Strong. And even though Roddy and O'Reilly was feeling a little weird at the end, they got the win. I'm like, but you got hologram on your team. You never lose. He is undefeated still. This man is your reverse Goldberg. This man is your cruiserweight Goldberg. If you have hologram in your match, I'm never betting against this brother. He's not lost a bit. Never lost a bit. Never a tag, never solo, trios, 8, 6, 12-man tag if they want to do one day. I know they're going to do it one day. Actually, probably did do it one day. But either way, if Holligan's on the team, I'm betting on that man because he always wins. He's like Tim Tebow. All he does is win. All he does is win. I don't remember that. Skip is a fucking troll. In the last match, we had baddies all over the place in the tornado tailgate brawl between Harley Cameron, Queen Aminata, Willow Nightingale, and Mina Shirakawa versus Penelope Ford, Megan Bain, Sky Blue, and Julia Hart. We had all the action. We had solo cups. We had tongs, spatulas, grills. You know what I'm saying? We had burgers. No, I don't know about burgers. They ain't had no food there, which sucks. They ain't had no potato salad. Yeah, they was showing up. But Willow with the babe with the power got the win for the team, and they danced all night. Well, at least into the first match of the show, which is FTR versus Cope and Christian. Or Christian Cope. Or Cajun Cope. I might say. So let's go through that. They back in Toronto as a tag team for first time since 01. I know them Ad Terror boys were loving it. People who grew up in that era. They was like, hey, my boys in Ad Terror, they back together. It's a nice sound story. Thank goodness that Cope and Christian had an ace up their sleeve. A Bethany Phoenix up their sleeve. Because Beth Phoenix made her return at AEW or debut at AEW because she come out to Spears Big Stoke and carry him away from the match. And that's how I was like, what the hell are you taking out Stoke for? He's our manager. Why are you evildoer? And turn around, Spear, boom. Cope and Christian win. It was a good match. $3.50. But Dash of terrestrial injuries happened in the match. So after the match, excuse me, Mother Wayne and Kip Sabian come out and distract. Oh, the Waynes come out. The mother and son, they come out and distract the team, the winners. And Kip Sabian comes from behind and handcuffs Edge to the ropes. I'm like, damn. And they beating out Christian Bacon and boom, put him down. And then Beth, she's trying to find a way to get her out of it, but can't find a way. So FTR was like circling like a pack of like a couple sharks, like, yeah, what you about to do it to you, Beth? Yeah, he about to do it to you real good, Beth. They sliding real smooth. And Beth's like, man, fuck that, I'm fighting more. And then they threw the FTR double power driver on Beth. Gasp. Double gasp. Well, that got violent. Yeah, Edge is like, I can't do this again, and he's going a little sabbatical. Poor Beth. I never seen her this vulnerable in my life. Not even that moment when Natty farted her face. That moment, you think I'm talking about. You're dirty ass, but poor Beth. We'll see. I don't know. Well, people thinking this is a ride for Edge. I don't know. Maybe I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck. But either way, at least we gotta see Beth. You feel what I'm saying? And we gotta see the Christian team one last time. At least they made amends. At least they're friends now. And bros. They're family. They're bros for life. Because you always are family. He's like, I can't do this. So at least they made up. All right, Eddie Kingston returned for the first time in over a year, taking on Big Bill. You better knuckle up, son. You better hope your hands and your heads is ready, because if you don't, you may get caught lacking. And Big Bill got caught lacking on that back fist. Both of them got caught lacking because it kind of didn't hit him at all. It kind of hit like it grazed his like upper temple. So the ending was kind of like a little bit. All in all, solid. Eddie wins. I was gonna give you $1.75. I'll give you $2. It's not bad. At least you can see Eddie kicks it back. You better knuckle up, son. All right, MJF versus Mark Briscoe in a tables and tax match. Max, I don't blame you for being petrified out your mind about being in this scenario. I don't blame you. Because Mark, he gets all the tax that had the buckets that had tax in it and spread it all over the ring, like in a square. I was like, Max, I don't blame you for leaving the ring and possibly wanting to get DQ for this or leaving and saying no contest. But Mark ain't gonna let you do that. It was a little bit of a struggle between the two to see who will go into the tax verse, but Mark was the first one to go through it. Eventually, Max went through it, and I was like, some crazy ass white shit. Why? Y'all are crazy. Mm. Uh, he did a back suplex. Both of them did nasty things. The tax. MJF got handful of tacks put in Mark's mouth and pop in the face. I was like, ugh. I always worry about that one because I get worried that something might come down your side, gives me your stomach. I be worried about that. That's the one I be worried about the most when they put in the mouth. I'm like, it's like a penny. If you saw a penny, will it come out solid like a penny? Because I've done that before and it came out solid. Like still, it was in my stool, but it still came out. Does it came out the same? I hope it don't, because that'd be a painful way to go. I hope not. For on some real shit. That's on real. Either way, uh, Mark, you're crazy as heck because you did two Froggy Bowls. First through the tax that MJF through a tack table that was set up in the ring. They did it again through the tax that was already on the ground and just did it again. I was like, you are crazy as heck, Mark. Keep that in Delaware. I'm going and Mark Briscoe wins. As insane as it was, I'll give you $3.65 because I know what see this again for a year. Good grief, I'm done with tax. Like, bro, that anxiety when he put in the mouth and pop, I was like, does it go down your throat? Please, I hope it's not, because I know that's painful as hell to try to get out your system. Or throw it out. I don't know. Yeah, I be the one that be worried about the most with tax. I'm like, if you cut out your skin, that's one thing. But going out and throwing all in that, I'm getting worried. But hey, the professionals, ain't they, Jack? Allegedly. Hey, next up we have The Hurt Business versus Ricochet and GOA. I never see as much melanation my wrestling AEW in a 6-man tag exchange. Probably SCP and some other guys, but either way, I think like 5 out of 6 is brothers. Shout out to Toliola though, he's a badass. But Ricochet tripped me out. I'm liking Ricochet as a heel. I don't know why they wanted to show this side of WWE. I guess they wanted to be like the superhero flying mofo ninjas. They probably want to be that. And he probably was like, I want to evolve my character to do a little more different stuff. So I've been liking it. And he's a chicken-ish. He's a chicken shit. He's like, I'm gonna get my ass beat, but I got 2 big goons right beside me. Perfect. I was like, who thought this would be perfect? Get some goons, get some name. He can talk his trash behind them. I was like, yeah, what you gonna say now? That's my man's right here. You know what I'm saying? It's my Ricochet. He'll ricochet off your head. Bang! All in your system. You know that. So, I don't know. But either way, I like it. I like it as a trio. And And a little bit of a shocker. Ricochet and Gates of Agony beat the Hurt Business. We hurt people. But Ricochet pin MVP. He hit him with his finisher, the elbow. Boom. I forget what he calls it. I know it's some elbow, but he hits him with that. They win. Shout out to Ricochet. Doing good work, my guy. I'll get this one. I'll give you $3.25. I'll give you $3.25. It was a size 6-man tag. Tall and Bobby went at it again with a little knife. I want to see Shelton and Congo at. I want to see them two go at. So I don't think the rivalry's over yet. I don't think so either. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh no, I wrote it down. $3.75. No, I'll give you an extra 50 boost because Ricochet and Gates Agony won. Aha! Ew, God, you really did took that shit for Cassidy, for Jada Kiss. What? All right, next we have Mercedes Moné versus Riho for the TBS title. Out of all the matches they've had, this one was alright. I'll give you $3 still, baby. You still good for $3 because you grabbed the rest pass to distract them, and you was able to rake the eyes of Riho. Hit your money making finish. We haven't seen in a while. You've been seeing these schoolboys tapping out. That's we ain't seen that in a while. And Riho's a perfect size opponent to get that finish on. Woohoo! Speaking of Riho on the size, Gail Kim really got people in a tizzy off of her opinions of Riho, which I mean we've heard before. It's not like it's not the first thing we've heard before. It's not, and it's still the same thing as it is 6 years later, because they're about to be 6 years in the game. So what they do, they get pissy at her for saying that about Riho and say how could anybody believe you an Awesome Khan? I'm like, I mean, Kale was built a little bit. She was a little bit tall, like she like 5. She got a little height on her. And at the time, she had a little muscle, a little bit. She looked like she's an athlete. Kong, we know she's a big beast, boss, all that stuff. But Gail is at least fit and athletic and built. At least I could see her getting in a solid fight with her, like I'll put up a fight with her in some instances. Riho, she's about the size of my calf muscle, like for real. Like she's small. The bro's 98 pounds. At most, she's 102 or 105. Mercedes clears about a good 25 to 30 pounds. And I'm like, that's what she was trying to say. Like, bro, it's like she needs to get a little bigger. Now, all that stuff about the sexualization and all this going on the skirts, I mean, that's Japan for you. They got a whole different thing over in Japan. They love that little girl shit. But and they try to compare all the others, and I'm like, bro, it's because she's less than 100 pounds. That's basically the case. They try to compare to Zelina, and I'm like, Zelina at least is go 100, and Alexa about 100. They're all in triple digits. AJ Lee's probably the smallest out of the occasion, but she in the triple digits, just barely. But like that's what it is. She's not in the triple digits. When you hear 98 pounds, you're like, damn, that's small. You hear 98 pounds. That's some people's state capacity in a week. You know what I'm saying? That's some people's pectoral muscles, 98 pounds. Some people can bench that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people got like, and they shouldn't have given her the title first. They should have had Nia Rose win it and have Riho be the one that's surprised and be the first one to take it off of her. That's why I think should have happened in my opinion, because that's what I've always been. I know they want to build Riho up in that way, but I think they could have built it up better by having her be the first one that shows that anybody at any size can do it. Even take out big monsters like Nyla Rose. I don't know. Maybe I could think a little differently, but either way, it happened. So I think that's always been contingent her size. She's less than 100 pounds. You don't hear that a lot. Hell, Margot Scunn, he's over 100. Swoggle, over 100. Little people all over the world. They're probably near 100 pounds. Mascarita Sagrada, 100 pounds. Niña Breso Negro, I could tell you 100 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not something you hear, even though she's like 5 feet, 4'11", whatever tall she is. You know? That's just the only thing. I don't have a problem with her in the matches per se. I got over it. I was like, all right, she's just small as hell. I was like, she's just small as hell. Like, goddamn. Like, just don't put in a ring with like Megan Bain or something. Don't put in a ring with Megan Bain, no Chris Statlander. Willow, you could probably get away with a little bit because Willow's fluffy and adorable. So, but either way, no behemoths, no Camille's, none of those girls, because they'll just be like, what the hell? So, Nyla and Willow's your limit. So, in terms of how far you can go. Either way, I don't got a problem with it. And Riho, we don't even see a girl like that. She be doing her own thing in Japan. This is like every 3-6 business months we see Riho get a title shot out of nowhere. Skip the rankings, get 1 or 2 W's, and then boom, title shot. I'm like, hey, where you been at? Whatever. Go to your starter move. Either way, I got off a little tangent. I had to get that out because I kept seeing it. I'm like, why you trying to compare Gail's experience to Riho's? We have 2 different timelines. You know? 2 different times, 2 different way extremes. And they were built in different ways. Gail was built as a fighter going against a beast. Riho's are small. And we've always known she's small. But she weighs less than 100 pounds, and you rarely hear that. So, anyway, I don't have a problem with Mercedes wins, and that's all we care about. $3 is the exchange. Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita Mascara Dorado in a unified continental, either the unified title. It was a good 3-way. Takeshita Okada kind of had some tensions in the match, but Dorado really balanced out the exchange of what could have been the Don Callis family implosion. So good thing that guy was there. It would have been very awkward in that locker room before the bell. And I don't think Donna caught me either of these guys. So I was like, good. It was smart on Don to get on commentary first before your guys go out there. Because you would wait for one guy and then the other guy just standing back like, hey, why you going for me? It looked very awkward. So I'm glad he picked up on that and said, I must be ahead. And he shared both his guys on. Whichever wins is still in the Don Callis family. You know, it got tense. Okada retains, pinning Mascara. And it was a good bout. Either way, I'll give you 350 cents. Good 3-way. I ain't gonna complain nothing to it. So we ain't gonna complain. Let's go into it. Next we have Dariel versus Mox in a coffin match. More crazy ass white boy shit. They had all types of weapons already out. Chairs, candles. But DB, he decided that, Darby, you need a little extra juice. You need a little extra stew in this coffin pot. I raise you a plastic bag. Oh, gas. And he tries to put him over his face, and he did over for a few seconds over his face. But he got poked out, something like that. And then Mox broke out of that bag too. Like, oh well, that rendered useless. At least she had a little bit of time on it. And gasp. We ain't see this man in a minute. Darby was doing his thing. He was like about to put Mox in the coffin, but a man comes out of nowhere. And that man is Pac. Oh, snap. The member of the White Tees has come back and got a new tee. It's black this time. Gas. The feeling of death overtook Darby, and he got put in that coffin. He got put in a coffin for real. No, like powerbomb and put him on a coffin that was on the outside, and that looked like that really hurt it. I said, "Oh." I sent y'all that. I said, "Oh God, good, googly muggly, boy, good googly muggly." But and then they got another. They had a body bag inside the coffin. So what the? Like a funeral director is looking at this like this is so. A funeral director and a morgue are really a funeral director and an autonomous the autopsy person. They're really looking at this like they're using the most dastardly weapons in all of wrestling, and they're being excited just at that moment too. Good grief. Never thought we ever see those combinations, but they use that combination. Put Darby in the coffin, and Mox wins, and they take him away, boys. It's funeral time. Dun, dun, dun. Rest in peace, Darby. Your last night on AEW television. Even though you just came back from being on Mount Everest, your death is now taken out by the White Tees. We will see you for a later funeral service at the Toronto Center of Scotia for round 3. But yeah, we'll give this one $3.15 because of the Pac comeback, and then we have a funeral too. We had a bonus funeral, so we had one funeral. A surprise, an impromptu. Didn't know it was gonna happen, but this is wrestling. Sure happens. It's just as AEW. It happens. Next one, we have Tony Khan defending the title in a 3-way dance against Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Thekla. Got a British girl, Austrian girl, and American girl in a match. What can go right and what can go wrong? Nice 4-way. It's good pace of 4. They made Thekla look good throughout. Tony looked good throughout. Jamie hit hard, and Chris Statlander surprised everybody with the most lethal move in all of wrestling, the small package with a seatbelt attachment for extra protection. And with that seatbelt protection, Chris Statlander is the new women's champion, and the people rejoice. And I was surprised too. It caught me out surprised. I was like, hey, I'm with it. And I'm with it. Cool, good. I forgot her last time. She was 4 years ago. I thought it was a little sooner than that, but then I thought about it. You're right. A little bit of injuries and mainly with the TBS title and with Willow and all other stuff. But yay! Congrats to Chris. Yay. For that, I'll give you $4. Boom. Nice win. Yeah. Are you ready for some Saturday Night Fever? Because I got bit by it on that night. I should have been bit, but I ain't get bit by it. And she got new music too. I forgot I wrote it down too. It's no whatever the song was for. But she got some new tunes. Alright, number 9. Bro Dito defending the tag titles against the Young Bucks, Jet Speed, Don Callis families, Hechicero, and Josh Alexander. So, this is at least now Don is getting hit Espanol. He said yo soy this time. Good job. This is I don't know why, but that sequence when I think One Buck did the Swanton, Kevin Knight did the the Swanton, the big splash. Then we had Bandito did the splash. Then we had Brody King, who I think he put Mike Bailey in the pack. That man. He did a tombstone, little whatever the heck, sitting tombstone through a ladder, and we did not see this man get up the rest of the evening. He was dead. I was like, we got another funeral, fellas. We're gonna add more bodies to the crane. But he's not the only one out of his team that had to get a body bag too, to press up next to his best friend and Darby as well. Because we had Kevin Knight. There was like 2 tables stacked, and he was going for the belts, and all the people knocked the ladder down, and then he goes to the table. I was like, well, damn, you and your boy going down in the 6 feet under. Good grief. Never thought we'd see this. 3 funerals in one show. Oh my god. Good grief. I didn't believe it. But either way, Brodito fights out and retains the tag titles. It was a wild ass match. Too much going on in this match. After the match, though, is where Jack Perry comes from behind and attacks the Bucks. Which, huh? Wait a minute, I thought y'all was. I thought y'all was family. I thought y'all was cool. I thought y'all was cool. Guess not. And then they call out an old friend, Kill Switch. He's back, but he is Kill Switch no more. Luchasaurus is back, and the Jurassic Express are back, and we can wave our hands to side, just like Joe Hendry does. Yay, we can do it in 2 gummies now. Well, whoa. I ain't gonna do all that. But yeah, it was nice. That was a nice little reunion. I ain't mad at it. Uh, well, I was give this. I give you $3.65 for this one. I'll give you $3.65 too. Only because I like Bro D as a team, so they were growing on me. Oh. So let go of that. And the main event. Hangman Adam Page defending world title against Kyle Fletcher, the TNT champion. Cannot interfere. No man from the family can interfere. And if they do, you're stripped of your TNT title. Before we get to that main event, Darby, are you still going to the funeral? Are you still attending your own funeral? The white tees put him down on the ground. And Marcel's gonna go off and do your own thing. They drive off, so they're all away. And Darby, he's back to life in the casket. Pops out the casket. I think he blind Moxie did something. He hit him with something and throw him into the body bag. And he grabs this fluid. He's spraying him all around in the bag while he's in the bag. And he sets his ass on fire. Oy vey. Oy freaking vey. Whoa. Well, now we had attempted murder now too. Whoa. I guess this is a payback for Darby for game put in the casket? Whoa. Didn't think that would get escalated that far. Whoa. That escalated quick. Either way, ew. Yeah. But either way, we going to the main event time, fellas. Hanger? Are you going to hang anybody today? If not, I think it'll be okay. No? Yeah, all right. Good match. Really good, enjoy the match. That that after the table shit. My neck and my back. Like that really hurt it. Either way, still retain is the hanger. Retain the title match. So, hey, get that cowboy shit in there. On cool show. I'll give it a B minus. There was a lot of good things, a lot of cool things. You know, Chris Statler would say, well, I'll give you a B. Because Chris winning the title really brought it up. Ricochet GOA won it, was good. Match of the night. Damn. I'm between the main event and what's this hoots in the 4-way. I mean, between those two, those are kind of like the two matches that stood out to me. The Thumbs and Task is insane as heck. It's crazy. Uh, Darian Max is insane too. He's getting thrown all over the place. And the 4-way ladder was insane because of all that spot was like a splitting image of SummerSlam, the SummerSlam and the TLC match. Splitting image, like dead on arrival. So yes. So let's see how that one goes. So B 8 on the war this week. So we'll give you this one. And they have a really good chance to win this if they can keep the tax out. Just keep the tax out. Tax and glass, that's my limit. Cause it's like that's real shit. That's like good grief. Tables, alright. Mix it up with some Legos, you know. Mix up with some like crickets. I don't know where you gonna get a bunch of crickets from, but you know, hound some up, bring them on the road, and shape them sun joints up, and then stick them sideways, and then shove and strap your candy ass. That's how you get it done. What's the damn pay per view? Yeah. What's that damn pay per view? All right. Oh, no mercy. Good. All right. Cool. All right. We're gonna do one thing. We're gonna do one prediction more on pay per views. NXT got No Mercy this Saturday night special, running solo opposition, and they bring the card to 6 matches. That's all they need to do, and that's perfectly amount. Javon Evans and Josh Briggs gonna go at it round 2. First landed with Briggs with a victory, and this one's gonna end Javon with a W, and even in this series. Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe. Jordan Grace had a match against her non-relation evil cousin, her nice evil cousin Ariana Grace, dominated her fashionably, emphatically. After the match, Blake Monroe came out and she had a weapon. She had a pink candlestick, ready for war. And Mrs. Stone and Stevie Turner, they'll give them a weapons wild match in a solid steel cage. Oh boy, sounds juicy. I'm going with Blake for the win. She's about to get bloody. It's about to get bloody in there. Ethan Page, Ego, versus Tavion Heights for the North American title. You had a bit of El Grande Americano impersonator or Dr. Wagner Jr. impersonation thanks to Tavion Heights. Made his ass tap out. So I'm going with Ego for the retaining. Veteran know how it works. Sol Ruka versus the winner of the WWE Speed Tournament, Lainey Reed. She beat Candice freaking LeRae. Holy cow, sister. And you seen the influence of the interest from Fatal Influence. Dun dun. But I was thinking about I was thinking Soul was gonna win. But Lainey, I feel she might she might have some friends. Or either way, may have some friends by her side. And she might win this title. So I'm gonna go Lainey Reed for the upset. I'm going Lainey for the upset. Don't quote me, but I'd have my peoples. No, my peoples. Next we have JCJ defending NXT Women's Targets Lola Vice. And it just says Fallon Haley on her side because Jasmine Nix, she said no more to NXT. And she got taken out due to that. So if she said she's not renewing the contract because she ain't like the offer, cool. Toodaloo. Please don't make OnlyFans. Stick to your guns, sister. Please. We need your soccer skills on the field. We can use it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to do no OF. Because the people are fiending for it. You know how it is in this era. feeding. Like, started OnlyFans. Started OnlyFans. Oh, nerds. Y'all want to pay for bikini pics? Nerds. Please. If she wants to provide it for free or no charge, let her do it for the love of the game, damn it. But no, they want to put money in her pockets. I mean, like, it's support. Like, support? Support about watching her matches, ho. Support about watching her football, Do that. Can you know a soccer move, Chico? Whatever. Either way, I'm moving for Lola Vice. Come on, my Latina. This is your moment. Come on. I know you backfisted her face off. I know you backfisted her face off in that face off, but it has to be, right? Risk resign, no repa, I'ma see that, At least, and Lola had the nice comeback set. At least I have an ass to shake. I'm like, that's true there. That's fact. So like, I can't deny that fact, Jack. In the main event, Oba Ferry and Ricky Saints. This almost went chaotic. Cause at the end of NXT, my true prediction came. The only thing that happened was the TNA logo. They didn't spray TNA, but hella TNA folks was popping up throughout the night. Like, yo, what's up with this title match? We getting screwed. Mike Santana was the only one of the crew to catch some cojones and come out to the ringside. He was on commentary doing his thing, and Trick came to him, and Trick was like, yeah, what you gonna do, Playboy? What you gonna do? Popped in the face, Santana popped him back, DQ, and that's when all hell broke loose. All the people from TNA, I start popping out, trying to bump his ass. Then all people at NXT come out running out that room like, oh, let's go, we got Warfare, let's go. Getting all bodies, hanging tank, all these folks, boom, everybody throwing hands. And then we have Ricky Saints is coming out of nowhere, just responding so smooth, like, I see that. I see Tyler over there. Let me see that over there. He puts his hand on that thing, looking at it nicely, and over Faye like, who dares touch my God? You are not going to touch my God before I do. And they have a little mini tug of war before it faded black, which I thought was a cool angle because everybody else and it's like the calm the storm, everybody fighting each other. Everybody beating each other up, and then you two having to stare there like, this is my title. No, this is my title. This is my title. I am the ruler. All that stuff. So yeah, it was a little cool ending, but she's alright. That's what she said. I'll give you a couple more things that haven't NXT. We had a lights out match team. Lexis King and Miles Bourne. Interesting. The lights is out. First of all, Miles Way likes to put them lights out because he really put that on real quick. But but they went through the tape. Well, the big ending was Miles Bourne had the zigzag through the table. And like he ate it more than Lexus, but it was the win. So yeah, good for him. I just say Joe and Grace won. Darth Sabers, Joe Hendry and Chase U. That Kale gave a lot of kicks. They gave a lot of energy that I never seen out of him. So we'll see if he got some. Connors, the other guy, but Dark State win because nobody's safe. You heard me. On Raw, Cody and Seth started the show. They're still doing their little crown jewel stuff. Which does anybody really care for this crap? Because you know what? I'm not going dookie over this because at least you'll get more than 5 matches on the card. Right? Right? I guess so. Right? I don't know. Well, we'll see. But they're going to be the one the matches headliner. And Stephanie V got a nice high celebration. It was nice, delicious. She speaking Espanol. Pierce had a little confetti party. It was nice. Good. Did it right. No interruptions. Thank goodness. Like, have a good, nice celebration. Whoever wins the 3-way tomorrow night between Tiffany, Jade, and Nia Jax will take on Stephanie. Please, Jay. This is for you. Yes, please, Jay. Come on, Jay. Get your match. Let's see if she can do that. Uh, New Day and Grayson Waller versus Penta and Viking Raiders. No DQ. I think Grayson Waller gonna need a chiropractor and a surgeon because good freaking God, that top rope freaking Canadian Destroyer, my God, did that look like it freaking broke his freaking neck? Yeah. Cero miedo, mi amigo, luchar libre. Bailey is. We had a battle of thick Latinas. Bailey and Roxanne Perez. Bailey got split personalities. That big got loco. That big gone loco. I say, real shit. Kind of look hella fine too. And Lyra, she was doing her thing, just mind her business. Babe's like, hey, can you come into my ring tonight? I need your sisters with the Judgment Day. She's all nice, happy, bubbly, and all positive. It's just like, you sure you was mad last week? Like, no, that was last week, kiddo. I was kidding. Just do our thing, but come out. I want you to help me. And she's like, okay. Took a little visit. All right, cool. So we get a match, and I think Lyra fought back against Raquel, and Ross ain't like it, and went outside and started mollywopping it, throwing hands right and left, leaving her down. And Bailey just went berserk, just did belly to belly, and then Rose planted her ass, and then got the win. And Lyra's like, yay, celebratory time. But Bailey's like, bitch, get off me. Who the hell you think you are? You ain't my business. Get out of my business. What the hell wrong with you? What's wrong with you, girl? What's wrong with you? She was going crazy. I'm like, Bailey, what's wrong with you? I guess we got with one baddie with a fatty who had a split personality, so I guess we moved to Bailey. I guess so. Spider? I don't know. Rusev and JD McDonough. This is a new match. Rusev won. Of course, Rusev Mashiga. But he held on, and Dom didn't get involved to save JD, and Finn had to run out from the back to save his boy. I'm like, what the hell you doing? What the hell you doing, Dom? He's like, Dom, what are you doing? You're just standing there. I was like, yeah, Dom, why you just standing there? What you had, cement in your shoes? What's going on there? Either way, at least Finn saved his boy. Jay vs. LA Knight. For some reason, this is getting good. But why did the vision come out? This shit pissed me off, bro. I'm like, bro, mind your fucking business, man. I'm sorry. I got angry at this. I'm like, mind your fucking business. This is getting good. Man, y'all gotta get y'all party pooper selves in here and ruin the freaking match. Jay won, obviously. No, somebody extracted LA and didn't care about Jay. And Jay, they was about to bang LA Knight, and Jay didn't give a damn. Jimmy like, yo, I say LA, bro. You feel me? You got what I'm saying, bro. It's like, man, F that man. Get him. So I mean, like, all right, fuck it. Steal chair stash right there. Take that joint and then say, no. But bad Braun and Bronson. Bad. You ruined what was going to be a good banger, but you ruined it for me. I had to really reread this again because when I wrote it down, I thought I was tripping, but then I read it again. I was like, I'm not tripping. This is a real sentence. They have now more El Grande Americanos. Oy vey. And they're now Los Americanos, and they're going to take on the team of Dragon Lee and AJ Styles. I don't know which is weirder. I don't know which is more random. El Grande Americano getting injured and spawn more of these, or Dragon Lee and AJ Styles being a team. I don't know which is weirder. Maybe El Grande Americanos, because how the hell you go? How you get injured? Grow 3 inches, and now you're spawning into little niggas? How do you do that? This is the complex fucking character. This is the most complex character in all of wrestling, way more than the Undertaker. The Undertaker never had no shit like this. Get injured and spawn into 3 other motherfuckers? And it could be Chelsea Green. I'm like, what? This is the most convoluted, complex character in all of wrestling. And prior to history of sports. Good grief. Who knew? Who the fuck knew? I was like, how the hell why AJ Lee? I was like, why AJ Lee in this one saying that? Like, oh, I put a comma between. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Finally get to see Rhea wrestle on freaking TV. It's been a while. I know they're like, but this is like rare as hell she wrestles on TV. She's like that. Either way, finally, Rhea and Asuka was going at it. I was like, good match. Asuka really trying to influence Kyrie to cheat, but she tried to do so many times, but couldn't get the guts to do it. Either way, when she tried to do it, Rhea caught her ass, but said, no. And Asuka does a hip attack, but hits Kyrie instead of Rhea, and then Rhea rolls up for the victory. 1, 2, 3. Asuka's pissed at this and missed Rhea in the face, and she's all blue. Oh, my eye, I missed it. And they're about to pounce, and Kyrie, even though it's hard for her to do, she eventually went on from Rhea. Io tried to come in and save and stop this attack from happening, and it seemed like it was going to be all good and gravy until pow, right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Spinning back fist. And Io and Kyrie had to do it again. It was harder for her to do on Io, but she eventually went crazy on her. And I was like, whoa. Well, that got wild. I didn't think that would get in that element. But either way, what a maneuver. What a maneuver. It shocked me a little bit, but damn. Let's see how this goes. I'll do some quick predictions real quick. Phoenix. I'll do WNBA players. Phoenix came back from 20 down Tuesday and won it in overtime. Shout out to Say Whitcomb for the clutch 3 to tie it up. That's just stone cold. I was like, ooh, that's a stone cold, bro. Let's go. And they won the overtime 10-4, winning 89-84. My girl, side to side led the team scoring 24 points, 9 rebounds. I love it. Got a lot crazy. Alyssa Thomas, 19 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds, and a steal. Rapping Maryland, shorty. I love it. And Sang Whitcomb, 13 points off the pond, 6 assists, 4 boards, 2 steals. And was dynamite. I like it. As for Minnesota, Nafisa Kaya, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Love it. Kayla McBride, 21 points and a steal. Courtney Williams, 20 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Alana Smith, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks. Sheesh. And yeah, there was really... And they had 3 bench points, all come from Jessica Shepard. I still tripped out about Natisha Hyman dressed up as a baddie for like a day. And that kind of just threw me off. I was like, who the hell is that? Because I see it pop on my IG. I'm like, who the heck is that? And I was like, they're like, nah, it's Natisha. She bad. I'm like, hell no, that's not her. And I kept looking, I kept looking more. And I saw the tattoo. I was like, yep, that is Natisha. What the heck? That was a mind fuck. That was a pure mind fuck. I was like, the hell? Hell no, it's not her. But they said it's her. I was like, not bad. There's a baddie under there, but you know, some girls can't get away from the coochie. So, which I can't blame her for, but you know, I can only do what I can do. Which I don't blame her for that one, but it is what it is. And the Aces just blow out the Fever 90-68. They let Danny wide. I scored in every quarter and every facet of this game. Asia Wilson, MVP, dominant as always. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. Good freaking goodness. Good googly moogly. Good googly boogie. That thing you do. Good googly boo. But yeah, that was insane. Shoot, I had to type in something. Nalissa Smith, she was a nice complimentary piece. She had 18.7 rebounds and a steal, very efficient 7-9 shooting. She was on point. Jackie Young, 13 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, solid all around numbers. Jewel Lloyd, 10 out the pound with 4 rebounds. Dana Evans, 10 out the pound with 3 assists and a steal. Chelsea Gray with 10 assists to the team. She was the point guard as he always is. And had 6 of the points. 6 points as well. The heck? They're good though. And yeah, that's how you know it's bad when the girls on the bench get smashed and burned, like Parker Tears, Nia 9, Keith Stokes. That's how you know it's bad. It was get extra burn. Shout out to Dana getting that 6-woman work. All right. Vegas and Indiana. They're going to be loud in Indy. I'm going to go with Indy in that one. And Minnesota and Phoenix, I'm going to go with Phoenix. Come on, Mighty Mercury. Get my side to the finals. Let's go. You know what? I'll let the DTF with a little more controversy. I've never seen this many white people this mad and sad over somebody of their own nationality. I haven't seen these most white people rile over something like this since Rittenhouse. But the only difference is he ain't died, you know. He's a fan of that. But it was what it is. Later. I really haven't. And I saw something that tickled my soul today. Candace Owens. Good grief, girl. Probably one of the most known of the as they say, coons, they say. She wanted to speak at Charlie Kirk's funeral, which they had at Glendale Field in Arizona. What the like I said, this is the most I've never seen white people ride behind this man so much. For a pot, what? That conservative shit is deep, bro. So that's why there'll be a lot of conservatives, because they see how much the population is full of white people. They're like, we can generate this revenue from these conkies, and we can take their pockets too, and we can talk and spout about our people. Like, no, Yeats. And they gave her the no yeet because she wanted to speak at this man's funeral. You're not them, Candace. Nick Fuentes said out of his greasy lips, you're a token. Oof. And I know that hurt her too, because she was like, I really wanted to speak at that funeral. I'm like, I'm like, you really thought you was going to speak at that funeral? I laughed the foul so hard, I almost busted my rib cage. Good grief. You really thought you was going to speak at their funeral over their guy? They're trying to put this man in the same light as MLK. So like only over words. I'm like, he was killed by your peoples. Oh my gosh. And the funniest thing, I don't know whoever this conservative guy is. I don't know. He's a jobber. Who cares? But he went to a TSU, Tennessee State University, HBCU, right? You would think that you would get shot down in HBCU as a conservative, right? You would think we had the we be prepped for this man, to assassinate this man. No, we will be wild on your face. We will be like, boo, get out of here, you piece of crap. We'll do that. We will do that. Don't get it twisted. We'll do that. But we ain't gonna kill you. We might beat you, but we gonna leave you at least alive. We'll leave you. We gonna leave you at least alive, so you at least get the people. Cause we'll hear the words, but if you try to be ignorant, we'll get you the heck up out of there. But no, we will listen to you out. But if you say some bro, you're like, oh hell no, what you talking about? We're gonna be like, what do you mean? Explain or pontificate. Go into details. And he never went into details. He was always talking about the statistics and not how the reason the statistics go down. Get what I'm saying? And that was the nuance. He ain't no nuance. He ain't no empathy, no nuance, no context, no history. Just said what he always heard before, and I always heard before. Because we're around the same age. He was 31. He's gonna be 32 later this year, and I'm 20. I'm about to be 29 in 2 weeks. So we're around the same age. We grew up in the same time period. It ain't like we're far apart from each other. We're like 3 years, 2-3 years, whatever the fuck. We're not far from each other. But they're making it seem like he was killed over words. Like, no. He was killed because he was trying to spread a message that ain't really true. And he not giving you the full context. He's giving you parts of bits and pieces of it. And it's funny how we are always putting the blame. We ain't even pull the trigger. We're not in Utah. Ace Bailey in Utah. He's probably only a few brothers in that state. Other brothers are doing their own thing. And if they do, or the Utahs, they're doing at college. They're at BYU. They ain't going no Utah Valley University. What the hell? Or Utah. They're going to Utah State. They're not going no Utah Valley unless you get a real good scholarship there. You know what I'm saying? But I've never seen as much white people really rally. And I heard this at the job too. I didn't know that there was a funeral for this man. They really, but one of coach was playing it. I heard turning point. I'm like, turning point? What the fuck does that even mean? And then I was like, oh, Charlie Kirk. Then I looked it up. I was like, oh, Charlie Kirk for real. Oh, that's what he was watching. I didn't care that he was watching. I don't give a shit. But he's all right. He's honest. He's honest. But I was like, I didn't even know. But oh well. I hope they find the motive of why he did this. I'm curious. I'm curious of what his motive was. They gave a little info what he planned with his quote unquote partner. Cause I'm like, bro, the man was trans. I'm like, you could say he was transgender, man, because they say he was getting the body parts and stuff. So I'm like, hey, that's their business. You know, he just went. If he ain't tell his significant other about what happened, that I guess in the text he might have got away with it. But he said, you know what, I'm gonna turn myself in, keep it easy, smooth. Put your hands in there, put your hands in there. Not touching up your toes. And now rub your belly and say, rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Now stand. Now pose. Now vogue. We're gonna vogue out this bitch. See you all next time. Be well, say, survive the vest. I'm gonna vogue out. Yes, Jules. Yes, Juliet. Yes, darling. Vogue with me. Vogue. Vogue.